Hey, Dan Meyer here, and I'm going to talk to you today about one of my favorite topics, how to blog. I'm going to give you a guide on how to blog. I love blogging. I've been blogging for years. I've written over 1,000 blog posts across a couple different kinds of blogs. I have a business blog, I have a professional blog, and I have a personal blog. The business blog is basically to talk about things within my business. The professional blog is where I do things across my industry, across what I do as far as virtual staffing, data analytics, and then I have my personal blog where I share some things that take a little bit of business, a little bit of professional, and also my own personal spin. So I love blogging, and I've written a lot of blogs, and I've read even more blogs. I'm a huge consumer of blogs. And what I want to do is take a few minutes to share with you some of the tips that I would put into a guidebook for you on how to blog successfully. How do you blog? What do you think about when you blog? These are the things where you get started, right? If you haven't started your blog yet, or you're thinking about it, or you've got a blog but you haven't done much with it, a lot of people have created a blog, blogged a few times, and then it just fell to the wayside. This is something that's hard to do. It's hard to blog consistently. I know, I struggle. I go up and down. Some weeks I'm really creative and I bust out 3 or 4 blog posts in a week. And then I go a couple weeks with no blog posts. So to be able to fix that, I actually have a system for that, how I can make my blogs come out more regular even if I'm not writing them myself every day. But anyway, I get ahead of myself. What I want to do is focus on what you should think about if you're going to either launch a blog or relaunch a blog that's kind of gone stagnant. Number one is think about understanding your audience, right? Think about who your audience is and what do you need to do to understand them. You also want to make sure you pick a name that's appropriate, a good name for your blog. You want to make sure that you choose the right host, the right site, the right place for your blog to live. You want to make sure you customize your theme so it fits into what your brand's all about. It helps you, project and share the image you're looking for. You want to make sure you have a great introduction to your blog. The first page people land on, the things they're going to look at first, what should they look like, what should they include to make them successful. These are some tips I'll share with you in a few minutes. When you're ready to write your first blog post or you're ready to relaunch your blog post with a new one, we're going to have a new opening, a new campaign, things you should include. I'll talk about those. I'll talk about the importance of having a call to action. And then most importantly, I'll finish up talking about how important it is to proofread your blog before you hit publish, right? These are the key things. And again, you want to make sure that you're following a guide on how to blog. If you just wing it and put whatever comes to mind out there, it's going to be cool. People are going to follow it, but it's probably not going to be something that's going to have a lot of life to it. You're probably not going to be able to build a big audience if you just do whatever you want to do in your blog. People need structure when they read. People need consistency when they read. People need inspiration that comes from knowing when and where they can get it. So that's the whole point of blogs. Videos do a whole different thing. Videos are much more exciting, much more emotional, much more like, I love it, right? Blogs are more like, Blogs make you think. Blogs can also make you feel, but I would say that most people that read and write blogs are probably a little more intellectual, a little more reflective, and a little more like, let me think about it before I make a decision than people that go to videos first, right? So you want to think about your audience. You want to think about how you're connecting with them. Who are they, right? For my professional blog, my audience is business owners and small business entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. For my business blog, for my company, it's about data analytics. How do I talk about data analytics and virtual staffing in ways that inspire people to want to either be analysts or be virtual assistants or employ, hire, and work with people that do data analysis and virtual staffing? My personal blog, I mix in some politics, I mix in some history, I mix in some my own personal ruminations about stuff. And so I understand my audience, right? I have 3 blogs, I have 3 different audiences. My domain names are pretty simple. Like I wanted something fast, data, quick, easy to use, not complicated. Sonic came to mind. Borrowed it from the Hedgehog. The idea is Sonic Analytics and now Sonic VA, which is a spinoff of Sonic Analytics. My other blog, DMEIPH, Decision Making, Analytics, and Intelligence Philippines. All about data analysis in the Philippines. So your blog doesn't have to be anything super catchy or fancy. It just has to be something that stands for you and what you do. You have to be able to market around it. You have to be able to build your brand as part of the blog. You want to choose your right platform. Some people prefer to blog as part of a website. Maybe you have a WordPress or a Wix site that allows you to blog. Maybe you're using WordPress or Wix primarily for blogging. that's cool. If you're not using one of those or want to do something that's just a standalone writing place where you want to write yourself, I use Medium for that. Medium's probably the best place to go to start a blog where you're just blogging about what comes to mind and not necessarily always focusing on a business or a professional niche. When you're thinking about how to customize your blog, just look at the options. There's more options on WordPress. There are hundreds of thousands of templates that you can use for free or for a low cost on WordPress. If you're not creative, if you're not really good at designing things graphically, go to WordPress. It's the best place to build an interactive blog that you can attach an e-commerce site to. You can do a lot of cool things. You can also use Wix for a lot of that, although I prefer WordPress. If you just straight want to write though, if you just want to write and share, Medium, right? You want to make sure that your intro is captivating, right? You want to have something that attracts attention. It's got to be catchy, right? You got to talk about what you're doing. For me, my personal blog, it's all about me living the life that I love. I'm in the sweet spot. I am good at what I do. I enjoy doing it and I get paid to do it. So I share that passion, that sense of success, that ability to enable, empower, and educate others all from my personal blog on Medium. That's how I do it, right? You want to identify your blog posts. I actually have a content calendar where I know what I'm going to blog about ahead of time. Now, occasionally I'll get inspired by something and blog. Those usually end up in my professional blog or my personal blog. My business blog, though, my business blog is always completely things that we plan out content weeks in advance, that my marketing team helps me design the right images for, that we spin out not just into a blog, but also a YouTube video. We do that marketing across Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So it's a strategy. So think about what you want to blog, right? Sometimes you want to blog about things that are personal and that are relevant to you. Sometimes you want to talk about things that are important to people in your profession. Sometimes you want to talk about your business. You want to make sure you also always have a call to action. You should always say in your text, in your blogs, somewhere in your article, if not multiple times, calls to action. They can be some that are very much, subscribe to this blog, or if you like this blog, check out the video, or if you like this blog, check out the book. Click here, buy now, check this out, go here, whatever your call to action may be. It could be that kind of aggressive, go for it, take action kind of thing. Or maybe you want to be more subtle. You want to get people to get used to what you write about and how you share things, so you put that out there. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. The only thing you have to do is think about what your end goal is and think about your audience. Think about what you're trying to get to them. Think about how you message and build calls to action around that. All of my blogs have calls to action. Everything I write has a professional biography at the bottom with a screenshot or a picture of me. It has calls to action about my companies. Don't waste the time that you have, right? Yes, it's great to write, but if you're going to write for any type of thing to do with business, anything to help yourself professionally, you should have calls to action. Don't waste the opportunity. And I'm going to close on this. Proofread, 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 right? Spelling, grammar, accuracy. You want to read your article after you finish it, and before you post it, you want to fight the urge to just get it out there and get it done. You want to set it aside. You want to come back to it. You want to read it aloud to yourself. You want to put it through a spell checker. Unfortunately, I find that Medium's got a crappy spell checker. WordPress is much better, but both of them I put through Word anyway. Anything I write, I put in Microsoft Word. I do a spell check, a grammar check on it, and then I put it into one of the blogging tools, and then I usually avoid a lot of mistakes that way. I also have people that are my fans, that are my followers, that they're encouraged to give me feedback. They see a misspelled word, something that's not grammatically correct, something that got run on a sentence, or a sentence that got cut too short. Let me know so we can fix that. So we proofread. So proofread, proofread, proofread. You got to be professional. So whether you want to have somebody help you with your blog, write a blog for you, be able to write marketing images, create marketing images, create graphic designs, write content, do research, whatever you want to do to create your blog, we got people that can help you. We also have people that can help you share your blog, to create a content calendar, to get your blog out there on a regular basis, to put your blog posts across social media, media. Whatever you want to do professionally or for your business when it comes to sharing your message and attracting a new audience and growing your existing audience and keeping them coming back for more, keeping them engaged. We know how to do that. We've been doing that for a long time. And here at Sonic VA, we can do that. So if you want a VA to help you with your blog, just send us a message through Sonic VA. It's sonicva.com. Or you can text the word data to 26786. That's data, D-A-T-A, to 26786, and let us know what we can do to help you launch your blog. That's my talk for today. Hopefully you found it interesting, and get out there and write. Just write, and we can help you figure out how to take your content, your writing, and share it in a way that will build your following and get your message to the right people so you can become even more successful than you are today. Thanks for your time. Now get out there and write.